you're going to want to skip ahead by about 29 minutes. So this will be the official Ghost of Yotei State of Play. We are looking forward to some Ghost of Yotei gameplay. I want to see if they go into details about the stances and some other things. So I am looking forward to that. So if you're watching this later and you want to be here for talk shows and breakdowns, I keep it safe for work. Consider hitting subscribe and the bell button. We also just renamed our membership. So if you do click join, don't pick the gifted member. That's for gifteds. Pick member plus if you want to support and be here for all that. I'm going to end the previous stream and redirect folks over. Thank you, boys, so much for all the great support on that stream today. And I do need to change the thumbnail so that thumbnail doesn't say that we are live anymore. Oh, that's not the right one. Hang on a second. And we had a great discussion today. A lot of people were, curious about the different weapons. I primarily have been curious about the open world in the hopes that they don't go too crazy. Like, I don't want this to be like a bloated open world game. I think Ghost of Tsushima does a brilliant job with open world density and the like. It doesn't ever really feel like there's just too much to do, too many chores and stuff like that. So as you guys come over into the new stream, do me an enormous favor. Do me an enormous favor and hit that like button. It is super duper helpful when we get a lot of likes on a new stream. You guys on purple, I'm going to actually end the stream on Twitch very briefly and then restart it so that we have two separate VODs, okay? Edit stream. Okay. All right, and we are back live on Twitch. We're also live on YouTube. Make sure you guys watch in the various places. This is going to be the Ghost of Yotei State of Play. So if you're watching this later on the purple platform, make sure you guys are following the channel. Make sure you are supporting the channel with your primes or your subs. You'll never see an id. You won't see those things. I apologize for being absent. A lot going on. You're good, Christopher, right? You're here now. You are here now. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get that first 100 like count up super duper fast, guys, as you pile in over here on YouTube. It does help us out. I'm happy they turned it into a saga. Yeah, I think that gives them a lot of freedom. I think a lot of people took issue with that, at least initially. And I said, well, I actually support it pretty strongly because if you've played the DLC of Ghost of Tsushima, it is just very obvious that they were done with his story. And to stretch that out, I think would have been a disservice to the character and the good job they did with the story. Found out my daughter is 99%. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Did you know you can hike up Mount Yotei and snowboard down the crater? Are you meaning like real life, can you? Or are you just being silly about the game? 50-50 chance you can play as the wolf. I'm hoping you can play as the wolf. You still haven't finished Tsushima? Oh, it's so good. We're super close. We're super close on likes, guys. Get us 24. Give us 24 more likes. Get it. We're also having a really huge week. We are working on our stretch goal now. You guys have unlocked 99% mine. Huh? Like a paternity test? Anyway, we've unlocked Friday night. So when we get a 500 member goal on the week, we unlock Friday night streams. If this hits 600, you can make my wife play Tony Hawk tomorrow night. It's a brand new game coming out. I believe it comes out tomorrow. So make sure that you guys are here for that, or you can help us with that. You can gift members, you can gift subs, you can renew your own. You think this will be the de facto best game ever on PlayStation 5 before going to 6? Really? So you think it's going to be better than Death Stranding 2? You think it's going to be better than like Wolverine? I think Yotei is going to be really good. You could be, I don't know. And you, in co-op, are you or Madam taking the wolf? Yo, thank you so much. Raphael McCoy renews and gifts one as well to pay it forward. Thanks for all the content. You really have been helping me out. Well, Raphael, thanks for 14 months, man. That takes us to 534. And then welcome back, D Dizzle. Again, we renamed that tier to gifted member to make it clear. If you are paying for your own membership, you want to make sure and bump up to member plus. Gifteds do not get into all of the content. They don't get into the green room specifically. It's a big need on the channel. The member plus number has slipped quite a bit because a lot of people switched over to the purple platform, which is fine. Don't feel like you need to switch back or anything like that. But those of you that have been continuing to enjoy the content on YouTube, consider supporting it directly for $6 a month. Love the content and, of course, the gifted sub. Well, I'm so glad. If you guys have to stay on gifted, that's totally fine. That's one of the reasons I constantly encourage people to get off of gifted if you can. There are people who don't have a choice. They need that gifted every month. So welcome back, James. And thank you for 12 months, Jay Facer, over there on Purple. I greatly appreciate it. Taking us to 535. We're 15 away from the next milestone. When this hits 550, I gift 5 members to the platform that hits it. I like how you and other YouTubers are making an event out of this Game of the Year contender. I mean, I'm not making it an event. PlayStation decided to make it an event. I'm not in charge. I always co-stream events like this. I co-stream State of Plays. I co-stream Nintendo Directs. I co-stream Xbox Developer Directs and Showcases. Charles Hawk with 24 months. Saros might sneak in for the best PS5 game. Yeah, don't count out Saros. And congrats. Congrats on 2 whole years of memberships, man. That's crazy. That's a lot of support. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate the gifting a lot. Yeah, for those of you that have to stay on gifting, when you hear me call for people to do Member Plus, know that I'm thinking about y'all, the people that have to get on the gifted. Like, if you can't do a membership and you can't do super chats or any of that, just make sure you're here. Make sure you're smashing like. Those are great ways to help out what I do. It's how we find more people. It's how the channel grows. I say event is a positive thing. No, I knew what you were saying, Funk Doctor. I was just saying, like, I'm not making it an event. Like, they chose to do the State of Play. I just cover these events whenever they do them. So, and D Dizzle upgrades to Member Plus. I count upgrades as 2. I count them as 2. So anybody that upgrades, that counts as 2. That takes us to 538. You can upgrade to a Member Plus. You can upgrade to a VIP. Again, if you're here all of the time, think of it like paying, for your Apple Plus or your Netflix or something, $6 a month, and you get into an extra show every day, and it supports me. And thank you so much, Amskin, for 12 months. I'm going to gift over here, but I'm going to give my Prime on Purple. Well, that works, too. If you guys pay for Prime, use that Prime every month on my Purple. It supports me. It all helps. It all works. Feels like Christmas Eve. I actually like that they're doing State of Plays for games. I like it. I'm in full support of it. I think it's great. Yeah, the current rumor from Mag, Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, current rumor is that we're going to be getting Venom next year and Wolverine after that. Seems like a really long dev cycle for Wolverine, but it kind of makes sense. They probably had to really, really work on the feel, which I trust them with. I do. I trust them with that. They did such a good job with the feel and the vibe of, web swinging through New York as Spider-Man. Like, I don't think anybody would deny that they absolutely nailed that. And for them to nail the feel of Wolverine, I'm like, you know what? You guys take as much time as you need. Because that's a huge, huge aspect of why Spider-Man feels so good and why Spider-Man is such a fun game to play. Yeah, we usually co-stream Gamescom, and Gamescom's usually really easy to co-stream because it's in Germany. Everything's happening like early in the day, like early in the morning for us. 2026 and 2027 will be here in a heartbeat. I remember when Wukong was announced, it felt forever, then it was here. It does seem to happen pretty quickly. Like, time just passes super fast. You still live? I am. I'm still live, brother. So my second stream of the day. The first stream was quite a bit longer because it was just a waiting room. We were just hanging out, waiting for this to get started. It was basically an 8-hour stream. It was a good time. It was a good time. Ninja Gaiden 2 with Falcon Talon already nailed with the Wolvie gameplay. Should feel like, I hope. See, but I don't know if they'd want it just to feel like something else, you know. What's going on, everybody? Smash that like button, says Roadkill. Thank you, Roadkill, for reminding everybody we hit 100. So now let's try to hit 200 likes. Appreciate you, dude. I haven't been able to get into a Spider-Man game since the PlayStation 1 Activision Spider-Man game. Really? I've heard from a friend that works at PlayStation. Spider-Man 3 is coming out for both PS5 and PS6, but not PS4. It makes sense due to the newer, faster hardware. That doesn't seem like that much of a revelation since Spider-Man 2 skipped PS4, homie. Or are you saying it's going to release once the PS6 is out, like it'll be a cross-gen title between those two? Because Spider-Man 2 skipped PlayStation 4. Got to get on the clock when I'm staying on. Got to see this live no matter what. Sounds good, Jay. What are we going to see? 20 minutes of gameplay. I'm hoping for details about the stances, but I don't need those. Maybe just confirm that they're doing it again. So the stances to me were such a huge aspect of what made the first game feel so good. If there's no wolf co-op, yeah, the topless hot springs and co-op where somebody gets to play as the wolf. these are the things that we're hoping for, you know. Ooh. Yotei will be better than Shadows. That's tough for Yubi. Well, do you have any desire to cover Subnautica 2 $250 million bonus fiasco? People are running crazy with it, but to me, the math ain't mathing. I don't know why they would have had such an exorbitant amount of money promised. Like, is Subnautica that popular? Like, the amount of money that, $250 million. Like, what? It seems like it just seems like an insane story that, like, they basically, like, a publisher said the game wasn't ready. Please no controlling the wolf. Commanding, yes. I think you'll be able to command him. Yes. I don't think anybody's going to control him. We're just being goofy. Miss most of the show. Good to see Evidence. Dual flaming katanas. No clue. That's AAA budget. That's what I mean. It's not a performance bonus. It's an acquisition bonus, but it's tied to revenue. Oh, it's an acquisition bonus. I didn't know that. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like they had some buyer's remorse and they wanted to get out of having to pay that bonus. And so they're pulling some kind of a loophole where, I don't know. The whole thing seems weird to me. It's like and again, when have we seen a publisher say, "Oh, your game's not ready"? Like, what? I'm with your theory on this being multiplayer at first. I was like, I don't know, but you might be right. Wait, what are you talking about, Evidence? What are you talking about, me having a theory that something's multiplayer? What did I theorize was multiplayer? They need to give a male option to play. No, they don't. That's a stupid request. Nobody requested a female option in Ghost of Tsushima, so they don't need to give a male option in Ghost of Yotei. Multiplayer Yotei? I don't think I ever theorized that multiplayer would be in this game. They should have both. I think, again, I just think it's a stupid request. Some of my favorite games are games that are played where it's about a character. Why do I need to change the character? Like, God of War is about Kratos and Atreus. I didn't want to switch it, to Karen and Susan. Like, what the frick? Like, they made a story about Jin Sakai in the first game, and this one's about Atsu, and Hellblade is about Senua. Like, having games where there's a story about a person, you don't need to change the character. I just can't get into it. I mean, again, I think that's a you problem. From a storytelling perspective, it doesn't make any sense to be like, I need you to completely jettison the idea of telling a story about a woman because I don't want to play as one. Yeah, like in Tomb Raider, like I want to play as Lara Croft because it's a story about her, Like, I don't know. I have almost nothing in common with Jin Sakai, right? He's Japanese, living at the time of a Mongol invasion. Like, I don't have anything in common with him, right? We're dudes, but like, I don't know. Like, in the video game Returnal, I don't think I would have connected with the character more if it was a guy. If anything, I think I connect more with the character because of the theories about the fact that Celine, could be a grieving mother. I think that's a different form of grief than a father's grief, especially given how it happened. Thank you, Ranger, for a Member Plus renewal. Welcome back. The chronological mode in TLU 2 makes the pacing even worse. The first 90 minutes are all flashback scenes. People just don't like playing as girls, bro. I don't understand it. I misunderstood. You think we can control the wolf? I did a quick skim through the show. Oh, I was goofing around yesterday, Evidence. I was 100% memeing about how, like, there's going to be co-op and somebody will be able to control the wolf. I was 100% joking around. I wasn't being serious. Ten-minute countdown. 10-minute countdown, boys. Their chat had something at the top too. What is this? Oh, they have top fans enabled. So it's not just on. We don't have the feature yet, I guess. They literally sent me an email about the feature, and I guess we don't have it yet. They have the feature right now. Look, if I scroll down and I click this, it shows me the top fans. I guess I don't know why you would email me about the feature if I don't have the feature yet. We're supposed to be getting those features like instantly. Maybe they're mad at me because I was so scathing about their one feature that they added recently that I said was so stupid. The duplicating a stream and making it members only. I gave them extremely scathing feedback on how dumb the feature is. I did not hold back. I wasn't like unprofessional. I was just like, this is so pointless. A Mile High with the 5 bomb comes in and he bumps the member count to 544. Puts us 6 away from 550. Whoever hits it gets it, boys. Twitch, if you make it hit 550, I owe you 5. Same to YouTube. They lose a lot of sales when they gender lock games. Really? You think so? Have you ever looked at the success of the Horizon game? Madam's Diet Coke Fund, thank you for the $20 super chat. I think you're completely and utterly wrong, Doctor. Do you think it hurts game sales when the main character is a guy too? Do you think all like the women out there are like, I ain't buying that crap? Think of how much more Horizon could have sold. I think your speculation is based on opinion and not facts. 90% of gamers are dudes. This is untrue. The success of franchises like Horizon and Bayonetta and Nier Automata, what are you talking about? Like, I think claiming that games don't sell as well when they gender lock is 100% rooted in your opinion and not facts. Like, there's no market research that would indicate, oh yeah, if they would have made Horizon Forbidden West a guy, it would have sold more. What? Like, there's how could you possibly support that as a thesis and research project when the game sold incredibly well? Wouldn't that mean that your claim is incorrect? I don't know. I just don't think so. Not sure why you're venturing in his thesis talk. I'm not really sure. Uncharted is the male Tomb Raider. Pretty sure if you count mobile games. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that console and PC doesn't have a trend, but I don't think there's any evidence to support the idea that like a game like Horizon would have sold better if you could pick between a guy and a girl. I just don't think that there's any evidence to support that. I just think it's an opinion from people that are narrow in their view and experience, and it's a them problem. It's not an industry problem. I still say offer the canon character and add a character creator. No. I respect authorial intent. I think the people I feel like this is probably very common. The people that piss and moan about this are the same people who will bedwet when someone says that they should add easy mode to a Souls game. They'll be like, no, that's not what these games are about. It's like, well, if we're supposed to respect the authorial intent of Souls games and how they shouldn't add an easy mode, then quit bellyaching about a character creator in a game about a person. Right? When they make a story about Jin Sakai, or make a story about Senua, or maybe make a story about Lara Croft, like, the authorial intent is that they set out to tell this story. Well, let them do that. Don't ask for a character creator. These people get really twisted up about authorial intent when it comes to Souls games, but when it comes to games like this, they're like, well, I don't think I should have to play as a girl. I don't think you should be able to talk in public. Like, just leave us all alone. Nobody wants to hear from you. James Wolfgang with a $5 super chat tip. Think about Alono Stellar Blade, but you could play as Evan instead of Eve. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that jingle. The jiggle. The jiggle physics there would just be, they have me stumbling over my words. I'm already excited. Imagine women, guys. And just imagine. Just the gall. Just the absolute gall. The audacity of women. You know? How dare they? How dare they just women? Just the utter audacity. You know? The absolute audacity to just women it up. Just to be out here womening it up. Hang on. I'm going to reset. I feel like we've been having issue with sound settings. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to reset it. Let me do something really quickly. Let's do a quick test. Let's do a quick test with a YouTube video. I'll just pull up one of my own. Well, I need to be on camera, though. We'll just do the one from this morning. I want to make sure audio is synced up. Let's do this. All right, well, the day has finally arrived. Okay, we're good. Why isn't my character a mid-30s, mildly out-of-shape corporate person with a university degree who works 9 to 5 with occasional interest in gaming? That's what I'm saying, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Where's that representation? Yo, it's good, Stiggy. I'm joking, by the way. Don't chat too often, so sarcasm may not be coming through. I don't care if I play as a trans donkey as long as the game is good. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Guys, can we get 40 more likes on the video? Let's get to 200 likes before the stream starts. It's going to start in 60 seconds. Let's get it. We're also 6 members away from 550. And whoever hits it gets it. Purple, Twitch. If you do it, I'm going to owe y'all. If YouTube does it, I'm going to owe them. I do 5 every 25. I give 5 members of the community every 25. Ghost of Yotei is just Kill Bill, and I'm completely fine with that. That's not true, but okay. Lady Mode, Jedi Survivor, that's right. All right, the premiere's going to start. There'll be a countdown. Whoever said that, I want to fight more than Travis. Yeah, Goddess of War. That's what I'm saying, dude. Revenge plot. So you think that the revenge plot is that has its origins with Kill Bill? Getting some Kill Bill vibes, guys, in this Count of Monte Cristo story. I don't know, man. That's I'm getting some serious Kill Bill vibes, you know, from Mondego. Come on, boys. What are we saying here? What are we saying here? I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing with the parallels, with there being like a group of people for her to go after, right? But this is like, I'm pretty sure she's a child and they kill her dad, and Kill Bill is completely different. Kill Bill, she's like betrayed and left for dead. And she goes on revenge against people that were her friends, not people that like came and killed her dad in front of her. I mean, they go after she goes after a group in a similar fashion. AC Shadows does that. Yeah, it's like her own team. Yeah, it's her friend and her lover that betray her in Kill Bill. Very different story, in my opinion. Wow, spoilers for Kill Bill. Listen, if you've not watched a movie that's like, 15 years old at this point, that's on you, brother. If Kill Bill came out today, they'd be calling it woke. Oh, they would watch the scene against the crazy 88, and they'd be like, ain't no way. Ain't no way she'd be strong enough. There's no way. They'll watch John Wick, fight his way through 1,000 dudes and like, it's plausible. And then they'd watch Kill Bill and be like, are you kidding me? Just the physicality would just not, you just wouldn't be able to do it, bro. Oh, it's 22 years old. You know what's funny? I almost said 20, and I thought, nah, there's no way it's 20 years old at this point. It's only about 15 years old. But no, yeah, 20, over 20. The 1-inch punch, that's right. They can't lift swords, bro. That's right, Siriu. We all know they can't lift swords. I can't wait for the woke sequel to Sifu. Shifu. It's gonna be pretty controversial. It's a pretty controversial gender swap. Shifu. Oh gosh. Yo, Stone Spire. I know what Stone Spire's doing. He's gonna do a single gifted. He's like, come on, boys. It doesn't get any easier than that. A 5 bomb. If somebody gifts a 5 bomb right now, you're going to make it 550. Here, let me make the player controls go away. And let me close that as well. Whoever hits it gets it. Man, there's a lot of people watching on YouTube. Get that like count up, boys. Hit subscribe so you can talk in the chat and then come back for more talk shows throughout the week. And Wire Rope's going to steal it for purple. There it is. The 5 bomb for Team Twitch. Well done, boys. We are now exactly 50 away. And Kardoc Ren does one as well and gets us to 555. We are now a 20 bomb away from 575. Somebody drops a 20 bomb, I'm going to owe your platform because we'll hit the next 25 milestone. Thank you so much, Kardoc Ren and Wired Rope. And I got a renewal to thank over here on YouTube as well. Give me a brief second. You all laugh, but the Night Dog New ain't going to be the wokest game ever made. I'm going to buy woke lotion and put it all over my face. I'm going to get some freaking woke bath bombs. I'm going to bathe in woke water, and I'm going to put some freaking caterpillar infused woke water in my water bottle, and I'm going to play Intergalactic. I'm going to be so woke that I don't sleep for like 2 weeks. Oh, I can't freaking wait. Oh, it's just going to be so freaking cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my music. All right, hang on.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of. And today, Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center.
Oh, it's Atsu.
We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved. And we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play. But let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times. By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal. It's that pain that pushes her forward. Hunting down the Yotei Six is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that, at its heart, is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open-world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wander, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures in new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or, if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you. As she makes progress against the Yotei Six, her legend as the Onryo grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei Six.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
You're not of Clan Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
Hidden in the world are altars of reflection. Finding one inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead. They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer. Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most.
Looks so good.
We think the best way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Let's ride.
It looks so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited for this game.
The lands around Yotei are fast. It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. Embrace that curiosity.
Told you
and let the
they were gonna
wind
frame it
guide
out.
you on your hunt.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, a surigama, odachi, or dual swords? Each is uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Plant Psycho banners.
Yeah, the
Let's see
Odachi.
how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
I'm so pumped. I just really hope the weapons have
The
stances.
soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No, she's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight. Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision.
Oh.
If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them.
Nothing there? You're dead.
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge odachi blade is best.
Yeah. Oh, they cooked, boys. They absolutely cooked. That big sword is so good. I'm geeking.
He looks like the one
I'm
in
geeking
charge.
all the way out.
Tonight, we feast.
Yeah, it looks like they went with weapons instead of stances.
Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Bounty hunter. A ghost.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords are best against spears.
も
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt, including a mysterious wolf.
I love it. I
Atsu
love
can
it,
set up
dude.
camp under the stars of Ezo. But she's not always alone.
The freaking standoff with
Hey,
the
friend.
wolf.
Share
Come
your
on.
fire with the
That was
traveling
great.
peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you. In fact, in place of the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo. Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open-world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique items. This helps ensure you have every opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring, the game comes to you.
While exploring Ezo, you'll discover all sorts of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your chosen playstyle. Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you.
It looks so good, Chad.
And of course, customize the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want. The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life through an exciting collaboration of many talented artists.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
The digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo.
Got a freaking bear with her down here in the corner, a grizzly bear. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button.
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
Yes.
誰だてめえ
No offense to the voice actress. I will not be playing this with it in English. I want it in
生きて
Japanese.
たか
狼の姫一人残らず息の根止めたと思った
また会えたな
刀鍛冶の娘
覚えておけ。アツだ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates his classic black and white films.
So it looks so good.
For Ghost of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate two other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a whole. First, we've partnered with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense, raw experience along with increased mud and blood splatter. And lastly, we've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe. Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself. There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yotei playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
Oh, don't you do it. Don't you freaking do it. That looks... whatever. No! The freaking black and white one's even better. Get the frick out of here, man.
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6. Forge your own path while discovering the secrets of Ezo. To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo. Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd. Thank you so much for watching.
Wasn't it August? No, it's never been August. It's been October since they announced the release date. You might be confusing it with Lost Soul Aside got delayed to August. It was so good. PlayStation. Like, I gotta tell you. Boys. They're making a run for it. They're making a run for that dadgum Game of the Year podium. That's a freaking it just looks so good. I don't think it can win, but boy oh boy, I think it's gonna get one of those noms. That open world, holy frick. It seems as though they opted for the... Here, let me do this. Let me put it up in 4K. We can rewatch it without sound. It seems like they opted for 4 weapons instead of 4 stances. So I'm curious what that's going to be like, because the fluidity with which Jin would switch a stance, the sword's already out, right? And he just changes how he holds it. Oh, is it 6? Did they say 6 weapons? So I'm kind of curious how that's going to work. Like, if I want to switch to something because I'm like, oh, here comes a brute, I need to switch. Is that going to hurt in the fluidity of, oh, I need to switch to a spear and put away my Odachi? Does that make sense? Like, I could see that being a problem. PWH down with the $5 super chat says, Yotei just pulled up a chair at the Game of the Year table. Yeah, I believe that. Matt Cave, thanks for the VIP renewal. And McWaffle, thanks for the VIP renewal. We're at 557 on the week for the member count. If we get to 600, my wife has to play Tony Hawk tomorrow night for you guys. Yeah, I didn't see anything that I thought was concerning about the open world. In fact, I think their treatment of the open world actually looks really, really smart. Like, they basically said, we're not going to force you to do anything. It's not going to, like, force you along. You can just, like, explore the open world, get out your, it's not binoculars, get out your telescope and, like, look and scope out a spot, and then, like, it'll add it to your map. If you don't want to do that, you could go to a guy and, like, just buy the maps to show you where, like, the shrines and stuff are. I don't know. I feel like the open world looked like all of the things that I liked about the first game. It just feels like a genuine go and explore and do your own thing. It looks like they spyglass, sorry. So it looks like they, use the spyglass or whatever. I'm going to miss following the birds. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you so much for following and subscribing, like, instantly over here. I appreciate it. I'm not going to say your name out loud because it's basically a pretty harsh swear. So yeah, I think my only thought is I want to rewatch. So, because I'm no longer in, like, oh my gosh mode, I now can be more analytical. I want to watch the combat sequences to see if there's any clues about stance changing, or is she literally going to have to switch weapons? Like, I'm actually curious about that. They respected our time, even though it might have some of its some bloat. It's not bothersome. I thought it looked phenomenal. Like, graphically, I thought it looked so good. Like, obviously, when it gets into some chaos here, you're going to notice some of the, the efforts to keep the frame rate smooth. So, like, some of the resolution and stuff, I think, is adjusting on the fly. But she spun her weapon so that the blood would fly. Yeah, I like that. That when she put away the Odachi, I was like, oh my gosh. They didn't mention anything about the PS5 Pro enhancements. That's not typical for things like this. They'll do that later in, like, a blog or a trailer. They like to do that separate. My estimation is that PlayStation likes to keep that separate because the bulk of their audience doesn't have a Pro. So they did not want to have that in this. They just showed weapon swaps in the bottom corner. Definitely replace stances for weapons. Yeah, I want to get to one of those sections and really kind of break it down, because I do think that is going to be a difference. Skeeter says they showed her fluidly switch weapons to spear, and I'm hoping they let the voice actress do both. Oh, she's fluent in Japanese, so yeah, I'm wondering if Erica did the voice in Japanese, because I will definitely be playing it in Japanese. It'll be Pro Enhanced. I don't doubt it will be Pro Enhanced, but I don't think this is the time and place to walk through the enhancements. They'll probably do that later. With like a blog and a trailer. Only gripe on got. Oh, there's a fly in here. Get the frick out. I hate when flies are in the house. Wonder if you're limited how many weapons you can carry at once. Yeah, I wonder as well. Like, is it going to be always switching between, like, 4 or 3 or 2, or, like, how are they going to decide to do that? If you guys have not yet hit the like button, be sure to do that. The Pro is niche. Yeah, I don't think there's enough people that own a Pro for them to put the PS5 Pro enhancements in this state of play. The vast majority of people who own a PS5 own a standard, so it would make sense to wait and do that later. The people who are interested in the PS5 Pro enhancements, they will look for those things later. They'll look for the blog and the trailer later. So, wait, hang on. We might have a clue there. So we have attacks, assassination, and survival. Okay, so this is not within the weapon trees. This is attacks, assassination, and survival. Okay. It's Pro Enhanced when you go to pre-order. Okay. I mean, people are allowed to be disappointed. I would be curious what they were looking for. I don't think I saw a single thing that was disappointing. I mean, the open world. They're doing something there too with like the horse and the rendering. I don't know what they're doing. It looks so good. Like there's a level of art style in the trees and the landscape. I can't quite put my finger on what they're doing. I want to say that it looks like a cartoon, but that doesn't sound right. That doesn't do it justice. They're doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but it looks so good. The UI is extremely similar and the gameplay is near the same. I mean, I would call those to be pretty empty criticisms for a sequel, because I actually don't think the gameplay looks the same at all, because she's using completely different weapons. And I don't know what UI you're referring to. They showed the entire menu system has been completely overhauled to be very different. So, yeah, like a painting. Yes, that's better than me saying it looks like a cartoon. There's an element to the art style that looks like a painting. Especially when she was on the horse. Like, it looked really, really good. Okay. Expressionist? I'm not actually sure what style I would call it. It's even kind of happening right here with, like, her cape and her outfit. It's kind of happening with, just with the surrounding, the way they're doing the colors and the draw distance and stuff. There's something about it. Like, I think a painting is the best description. It looks like a painting. It's very stylized. It doesn't feel like they just did like some photorealistic, thing. There's a stylization to it. Okay, I don't think she changed stances at all with the dual blades here. She gets her parry, gets rid of him, and that's some kind of a charge up that I wonder if she earned here. See how she's doing something, she's activating some kind of an ability here. Yep, she consumed a yellow to do that. See down here? So she consumed, I forget what those are called, but she consumed one to do that move. Did she switch? I want to see the switch to spear here. Did she pick it up off the ground? Yeah, see, I don't know if I would call that fluid. It was pretty fast. It looked like it was instantly out and able to block. That's, again, my only concern is it's very different to pull out a weapon and put one away than to just switch stances like she does, like Jin does in Tsushima. Okay, she gets grabbed here and gets out the Adachi. Yeah, so she switches here from katana to Adachi. It's pretty quick. It's still not quite as fluid as Tsushima, so I'm hoping that they were thoughtful about that. Oh, that is just... And... It's so cool. This is DLC to me. I just think people like you just repeat the canned negativity that we've heard about so many games, and if that's your opinion, fine. I'm not going to debate that this doesn't look like DLC at all with you. I think your name. I think you chose the right username, because I feel like your criticisms are in line with your username. To say this looks like DLC, good golly! Talk about just. So typical internet bad faith, disingenuine take. I like that it's not fluid. It fits her character. He was trained as a samurai, so the smooth transitions fit. Yeah, she comes across more like warrior bounty hunter that would have like a tool set of weapons. I kind of agree with you. I love the energy, by the way. I just love the energy of the sword on her shoulder. I don't know I don't know why, but like I just love this. There's just something about that is just, I'm going to say it, that's badass, bro. She's got the sword just chilling on her shoulder. I love it. Gangster, yeah, it's just gangster, dude. She's got a vibe. And the freaking wolf execution here for the stand. I just give me more of that, please. You know, I need this. I need this in my life right now. Hang on, let me go cap card screenshot. I gotta save that. I gotta save that for the old Twitter. That's it, boys. That's my favorite part. Yo, Raphael coming in with 2 singles. Thank you so much. And then a renewal is going to bump it to 61. Thank you, Resolve. She got Aura. Did they say this is the biggest open world thus far? Did they speak to the open world in this? I don't know if they did or not. El Deuterino ain't big on lo-fi. Yeah, it wasn't hip-hop, it was lo-fi from a Japanese artist, so I don't think maybe necessarily El Deuterino understands why they did that. I don't think they spoke to the open world. No, I did not like the lo-fi bit either. I would never play it in that way. It was super immersion breaking, Zubair. I agree. But I definitely think they went for a vibe of like injecting the game with Japanese influence and artistry from the directors that they worked with to the musicians that they worked with. So to me, like I think that's cool that they did that. Like, they took great pains to make sure this game just, like, oozes with Japanese influence. I think that that's awesome. Never heard of Samurai Champloo? No, I have not. Yeah, this music here, how they took the sort of the Eastern influence and the Western influence and kind of smashed it together, I freaking loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, this soundtrack's gonna cook. I don't know how you pick a best soundtrack of the year, because like Expedition 33 soundtrack is ridiculous. The music in Death Stranding 2 is ridiculous. The music today that they showed in this is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, what a time to be a gamer. What a time. Like, the level of excellence that we're getting in some of these games, what these studios are striving for. Brian M., thank you for 28 months. I love the idea of cards, strategic depth. I hope picking them up is consequential, and you can't just 200% and get everything on the first playthrough. I don't know. Oh, Champloo's great ever. I've never seen Samurai Champloo. So good. I would play the game with the normal soundtrack first, probably, but definitely would play through with the lo-fi. Yeah, she's definitely walking with a bear. You guys couldn't see because I was in the way. She's walking with a dadgum bear down here in the corner. So I wonder if that's another companion. Does it rival Expedition 33 music? What we heard today, I would say yes. I would say the music they showed today and the care they took with the music, I would say yes, they absolutely are competing with Expedition soundtrack. Expedition 33 soundtrack's going to be hard to beat, though, because it, like, went viral. It, like, trended on Spotify. I would say no, music is good. Expedition 33 feels ethereal. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat Expedition 33 in certain categories. I don't think you're going to be able to beat him in soundtrack. Like, this game certainly is going to try. I think this game will get a nomination for soundtrack, you know. But, yeah. Oh, are they selling the plates? Yeah, you can buy the plates. Brooklyn, are you here? They're going to sell the plates. They're going to have pro plates, and they're going to have standard plates. Oh, you know I'm getting those pro plates, boys. I gotta have that black and white one. Oh my gosh. It was so sick. Is it plates or a console? Daddy needs a pro. You can get pro plates, but you can't get a pro. No. The standard PS5s are the ones that have it automatically on it. Yeah, they have the OG plates and... Well, oh, no. No, I don't think they do. No, they don't have OG plates. They have the new plates with the split, and then they have the new plates split for the PS5 Pro. So I'm not seeing OG plates. Sorry. Yeah, Slim and Pro. Slim and Pro is what I'm seeing. I could be wrong, but I'm looking at what looks like an official blog post. Golly, golly, golly. Look at the sun and the reflection here. Gee, Christmas. Their use of color is... That's just... Inject this into my veins, boys. It looks so good. Feels like the only difference is card interrogation system, weapons in place of stances, campfires, and sliding. What else is different? So it sounds like you listed a lot of pretty, like, foundational differences, and you don't think that that's enough? Like, the entire combat system has been overhauled and is different. I don't understand how that would not be enough for a game that centers around combat. So they completely changed combat, and you're like, yeah, I need more. What? I don't know, man. I feel like people choose to be disappointed instead of it being an actual state of response. I don't know, man. I don't know how anybody can watch this deep dive and be like, I don't know, dude. It just didn't change enough, man. It's just kind of like some DLC, you know. It's just got new weapons, new ways to traversal, whole new island, and whole new areas of enemies, new story. I mean, I just expected more, bro. I was like, okay. All right. Whatever. I don't know what you wanted, but I'm seeing way more than I could have ever hoped for in a sequel. It looks good, boys. It just looks so good. Could I get 50 more likes? Let's really, really, really push that like count, boys. Let's push that like count. Let's have a little scramble here at the end. A little scramble. Looks like they're not selling the black plate separately. If I can only get the gold plate separately, that's fine. I'll get them. The black plates look better in my opinion, but that's all right. I gotta have them. I don't have any plates right now. I sold my PlayStation with the Spider-Man plates to the AT&T tech. I'm just checking something. I really hope we can go to the top of the mountain. It seems like more of a flip-flop than a total game-changing mechanic. It's still going to be light attack, heavy attack, etc. I know, but you could see that. I mean, I feel like you could say that with any game. I just feel like that's just selective disappointment. It just feels like selective disappointment to be like, well, it's still just going to be light attacks and heavy attacks. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They showed entirely new set weapons, entirely new combat systems, and the way that she engages in fights. And you're like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's basically going to just be these mechanics. Like, you could say that about any game. You could say that about Elden Ring. You could say that about any game. You could be like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it is just going to be, you know, these basic mechanical. You're stripping something down to its base parts. Maybe I'm just tired of cinematic games. I don't know. That's not true, man. I love Ghost of Tsushima. What you're saying is not a refutation of what I just pointed out. I feel like you're stripping the game down to its base parts. You could do that with any game. You could do that with any game. You could do that with Ragnarok. Yeah, Ragnarok's probably just going to be more, you know, pressing buttons to do attacks and buttons to do dodges. Like, well, yes, but it was a significantly better and expanded and really, I think, great evolution of the combat system. From what I saw today, I think Sucker Punch did an incredible job not just giving me a copy-paste of the first game, which was probably a difficult challenge because it's a samurai game. So the idea being like, well, a samurai is going to have a katana, and a samurai is going to be really good with the katana. And they decided, well, we'll do spear, kasurigama, we'll do odachi, we'll do dual blade, we'll do katana. Like, you get all of it. So you get entirely new expressions of combat, both in her abilities, both in the animations, both in strategy of how to take on a group or how to take on a boss or how to take on a duel. Like, I just think you're being reductionist, which feels willful. It doesn't feel like it's an actual assessment of what we saw. It feels like a willful form of reductionism instead of like, well, I'm actually breaking down what she did and it doesn't seem like it's all that different. You're just reducing it to things that I didn't see evidence of in the video. I saw evidence of evolution. I saw evidence of new and expanded. I'm not seeing what you're claiming was there. I'm just not seeing it. So I'm not trying to convince anybody to be more excited or less excited than they are. I'm just hearing things that don't even line up with what I saw. Two Spot from Chill says, what I missed. You missed everything. Matt says, I haven't been around. I've been training a guy at work. Not that anyone would have noticed. We were just literally talking about you a moment ago. And we were like, this freaking slacker hasn't been around in forever. So I was actually getting ready to ban you. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, dude. Gets us to 562 and 205. He said that's exactly the same thing as the stances because they mentioned that certain weapons are more useful against certain enemies. Again, you're reducing it to its parts instead of analyzing what she was doing. So no, it's not the exact same as the stances. There was not a single stance in the first game that gave you the range of a spear. There was not a stance in the first game that gave you the agility and the crowd control of the kasurigama. So again, I feel like you're being disingenuous. You're falsely summarizing it and reducing it to its base parts, and I think you're being intentionally negative. You're being like willfully negative. It's like, well, it's the exact same as the stances. Yes, except that it's completely different. So what you're saying to me is not founded in reality. It's just willful negativity. It's like, I saw her doing things in combat you can't do in Tsushima because it's not just the same as the stances. It's different. Jin would change his stance centered around the katana as an extension of his ability to parry, dodge, or get away from attacks. That's not what she's doing with a spear or a Kasurigama or even the Adachi. The Adachi completely changes her visceral and power nature within the fighting to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to go toe-to-toe with this big guy instead of like what you do with Jin in the first game with the katana. It's a very different approach to fighting a brood. So they completely change it, but because you use the different weapons, because of the different enemies, you're like, oh, it's basically the same. I feel like that's willful reductionism. Like you're reducing it down to something that doesn't even represent it. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, at a mechanical level, the 5 or 6 weapons that she has serve the purpose of advantageous like weaknesses and power against enemies. But it's not the same at all. It's a completely different system. So to say that it's the same, I think is weird. I'm just disappointed that Tsushima and this are both video games. They really need to switch it up. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Siryu. Give me AC2 Brotherhood any day over the new stuff. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, you said Assassin's Creed sucks. Give me the old stuff. I would have loved AC Shadows if it wasn't so bloated and so long. I was loving it until I wasn't, and I was like, I want to be done. So, PWH Town, it still has a block button. I expected more. Thank you, PWH Town, for the $5 super chat tip. I am completely fine with people being like, oh, this isn't what I expected. What I'm hearing is, well, they made all these changes, but I'm going to reduce those changes down to their mechanical purpose and claim that there's no differences. And I don't find that to be compelling. It's like, you can do that with any game. Well, yeah, there's whole new weapons and whole new ways of building your character, but really, you're still just going to be doing attacks, blocks, and dodges. Like, you could do that with Elden Ring. You could reduce all the weapons and all the different things they gave you and reduce it down to its mechanical function and do the same thing. It's just a form of being reductionist. It's like, well, I mean, you're still just going to be dodging, parrying, blocking, and attacking. It was like, well, yes, of course, that's the mechanical purpose of the things that they're giving you, but they're going to be completely different experiences. Yo, Purple. Oh, wrong button. Purple out here. Taking no prisoners on Twitter. Go easy on Doc. You know, he's audience captured. You got to go easy on him, Purple. Yeah. I saw everything I needed to see. How they're evolving stances, they're doing it with a bunch of different weapons. How they're treating the open world, it felt very, very organic discovery if you want, or you can take a more intentional approach about just, streamlining it, right? I saw the things I needed to see. I was like, I think this looks fantastic. I think it looks very, very good. So, I have no complaints or no concerns after seeing that. So we'll do a breakdown tomorrow. I'll do kind of a reaction. We'll kind of discuss it. We'll kind of break it down. And then I think I'll end up playing some more Death Stranding tomorrow. I don't know if Hilly will be on the ride along or not. We'll see if he's around. If he is, great. Get the memberships on here as I can't stand Team Twitch. Oh, and Doc is catching these hands. Get him. Get him. Let him know, Purple. Let him know. I actually love both of you, but I think it's funny that you're kind of giving it to him. I think that somebody needs to. So, all right. I've got to go to dinner, but before I go, can we try to get to 400 likes? That will help this video. People will watch this later, and that helps my channel grow because people are looking for this state of play, and that'll be really helpful for me, for more people to find this later. So do me a favor and smash that like button before we get out of here. Thank you so much for Liquid renewing your membership there. Game's going to be fire because it's different weapons, makes the gameplay new. I don't know why people expected a sequel to be so different. I think they straddle that line. I think it's a tough line to straddle where it's a sequel, so it has to be familiar. Nobody would have wanted to boot up a Ghost of Tsushima sequel and have it literally feel like a completely and utterly different game. I don't think people would have liked that. I don't think people would have liked that. I think it's fair to keep it within that lane of familiarity while also expanding upon, the various systems. So, very comfortable. None of the above. Please select your country. United States. How long have you been creating YouTube? Over 2 years. Oh. Okay. GTA 6 is going to be more GTA 5, and y'all going to glaze the hell out of it. Yeah, probably. So, all right, there we go. That's close enough. Couple more likes. All right, so make sure if you guys are here tomorrow, we have unlocked the Friday night stream. If that gets to 600, Madam is going to have to play some Tony Hawk tomorrow. So if you guys aren't around for those Friday night streams, they really are a blast. So Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, I stream with my wife. It's a good time. We have drinks, we have laughs. She typically has to play some kind of a game. And also, if you guys keep going, I end up sharing some of the music that I've been working on. I write the lyrics. I use AI to create it. You guys have really enjoyed that. So I played a sample today of the sequel to Smiling Face. And and people seem to enjoy that. So appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to hanging out with you more tomorrow in the morning. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell button pressed, and make sure you are hanging out in the Discord so you don't miss out on hanging out with the community and all the various things that we do. And thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.